were added almost immediately. You can see those 6 fractional blocks down by the riverfront are not there on his first drawn plat. Now his plat was drawn in February of 1851, and the steamboat, the first trip up the Willamette as far as Corvallis was made in 1851, and that may have prompted the platting of the riverfront blocks. When in 1851, Corvallis consisted of what was known as Upper Town and Lower Town. And they roughly corresponded to Dixon's donation land claim, which was to the north of Avery's, and to Avery's claim. However, Jackson Street was the dividing line between the Dixon and the Avery claim. So Lower Town was primarily located on Dixon's claim, although this area here was also considered Lower Town, kind of this Monroe to Jackson. One surveyor in 1852 called Madison Street Middletown. It sort of bridged the gap. And then in Upper Town, where Block 2 is located, we had a number of businesses we know about. And one of the things you discover when you're researching early Corvallis is how difficult it is to figure some of this out. In the 1850s, there is an amazing difficulty in the records at the time. So even though this sounds like I don't have a lot, it would take a lot of more research to really try to nail some of this down. So in Upper Town, first of all, Avery, who had his choice of lots, Avery owned this whole plat. Where does he build his store? He builds his store, his first building, well, let's go back a little. His first building is rumored to have been on a log building on 1st and Washington. And if you go 1st and Washington, there's only 2 lots. One's on our property, and one would be across the street. That has not been substantiated, okay? However, his first sawnwood building, which was considered the first building of sawn lumber in Corvallis, was located right here. Here's our property, and just catty corner to us was his first sawn building. And we'll talk a little bit about that in a minute here. Other buildings